Hello, this is Miss Anime Raven, or for you Pony, Brony, and Peggy sisters out there, it's White Rose. Well, now I'm gonna give you a backstory on my pony character, White Rose. She was born from a family of two sisters. Well, actually, she and her sister. Her sister is named Saint. What? We call her that because, well, she was a big sister, always protected. Her cutie mark, always watching over and babysitting. That was her cutie mark, babysitting. But also keeping an eye on her sister. They're both unicorns. Anyway, Bianca grew up from a very hard life. I mean, sorry, White Rose. White Rose grew up from a very hard life. She was born with a unique talent for making dolls. She made them with love. She could make blankets, hats, you name it. But the sad truth in all is she was picked on a lot in her small village. She didn't live in Ponyville, as it were. She lived far away between, like, Philadelphia. And she hated Philadelphia. Phillies would bully her because of her uniques. Not because she was a doll maker, but she was born with a mind, with a different head. You see, White Rose was a special ed filly, unable to, well, think like an adult. Even though she was a little filly, she has special ed. That means she's artistic. She was an artistic pony, as in she was born with birth defects. But she didn't care how they thought of her. So she left home, traveling the world, trying to learn how to be unique. Not be a freak like everyone thinks she was, but to be who she is. Sorry, I have a little kitten in the room, babysitting little Freya, my sister's cat, as you just saw. Anyway, she traveled to, like, well, actually, for a couple years she lived with her aunt Anne, her great aunt Anne. Her cutie mark is a magic wand. She's able to perform dare magics, kind of like a Houdini. She performed them really good, and she helped Bianca with her special talents. Even though Bianca used her magic to create dolls and quilts, she used them for other stuff too, like casting spells, but only to help ponies when they're going through things. And after she stayed with her until she was like about at least 20 years old, she traveled more, almost to the point of going to Ponyville. But then before that, she found an abandoned baby alicorn, all alone. This little blue baby alicorn with purple hair and black and white eyes, very cute. She was a little alicorn abandoned somewhere, so Bianca decided to take her in. She went into Everfree Forest though, and what she met in Everfree Forest was her future husband, Ken. Ken was a pony abandoned in the woods, abandoned in the jungle. Was abandoned in the jungle. His mother and father abandoned him because, well, they didn't want him anymore. He was born with a special ability that got them freaked out. He could hypnotize people. Spiral eyes. So a kindly mother python took him in and made him to a wild pony. But when he met Bianca, he was madly in love with her. But the problem was, she wanted to she wanted to travel more. But he would try every chance to keep her there with him. But he couldn't. But he had a special power. He could shift. Yeah, change. He even changed a giant python. A giant green python. Anyway, she told him that she told him she had to travel, especially with her little raven. So Ken made the choice of going with her to Ponyville. He was raised in Everfree Forest, hiding in the shadows. So she moved to Ponyville. At first, Ponyville was a good. At first, they were a little bit shy. Plus, they were worried about their little raven. She was just a baby after all, a little baby pony. A little baby pony. Freya, where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. Anyway, so they moved to a little farmhouse out of Ponyville. They were worried that their little raven might, well, you know, be taunted because she was an owlet. But then Celesta came to them and told them to not fear. They can raise their daughter, they can raise Raven in Ponyville. But they're afraid that someone might think she's a princess, and she's not. She was just a little baby. So Celestia said, "It's all right. Raven will be accepted, I promise." They first decided to raise Raven and Candela. They made sure she was learning all the right spells. Made sure made friends with a lot of ponies. Her close friends was Twilight and Twinkleshine. But mostly Twilight. They always hanged out a lot when she was getting older. Actually, Twilight was a bit older than Raven, and Raven would learn from her. Raven grew up loving reading, and her key mark was a book. Yeah, not a librarian. She was an expert in history, and she would use that information to help people in need, help Pony need who need information on things they need to do. And as for her husband, and as for Ken, Ken and her decided to get married. And Ken's special ability, as you know, hypnotizing. He was a hypno doctor. He helped many ponies with their problems, tried to help them with their fears and everything. Then years passed, and they had another daughter. They had a daughter, Sally Locke, who ended up having a whoever Freya. She ended up having like about at least red coat, like her mother. She ended up having a red coat and brown and gold hair and her mane. She she was a very good little sister to Raven. And with her love of reading, she started reading. Well, here's the version of Sherlock Holmes done. Sherlock Hooves. Yeah, I know. She fell in love with the books, and she became a detective at a young age. She solved little mysteries like where did the cat or the pets went to hide, or where their owners left their treasures, or got kidnapped, or when their items got stolen. And she was a very young, good. She was very good in doing mysteries. Her friends were, and plus, since she's a Pegasus, she flies really fast. She became friends with Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy, since she loved to fly. Oh wait, or okay. Let me just see if they are what I think they are. I mean, I know they're my characters, but sometimes I would get them mixed up. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, White Rose, unicorn. Ken Pegasi, Sally's a unicorn. Oh yeah, sorry about that. What I meant to say is, Sally ended up with a lot of good magic. She used the magic of her horn to make herself fly, so she can fly with Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash. She has a powerful, just like her mother. She has the powerful magic from her mother's side of the family, and hypnotize knives from her father. But she only uses that once in a while when she needs to, talk a pony down to what have they been doing or bad things they have done. Raven's best friends in the Pony and Milo and Little in Ponyville are Twilight and Derpy and Bonbon. Those are her three friends. She also likes to bake with Derpy, make muffins, and sometimes send them to the orphanage. Sally Locke's friends are, well, Rainbow Dash and Fluttershy, because she loves to fly with her unicorn magic. And Ken will always be good friends with, well, but he's very good friends with Big Mac, Spike, Mr. Cake. Now, White Rose's friends were the main six, because, well, she enjoyed going to the library. Uh-oh. Yes? Oh, I'm doing a video. I'm sorry for this interruption, folks. They can't let the cat out. I'm sorry, Gia. I am sorry about that, folks. I'm taking care of my sister's little kitten for 2 days, and I need to keep her inside here because she will go everywhere in the house. Now, oh no, you don't. She's a little goat. Oh God, kitten. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Get out of there! Get out of there! I had to stop it for a moment. Anyway, now where was I? Oh yes. Do you know how White Rose gained her shop? Well, here's the clue. Here's the story. Here's the story of how she got her shop. She tried to sell dolls in Canterlot, but a lot of the snuffed her out. But until the daughter of, let's see, Upper Crust, and Upper Jet came to her stall and saw her doll. She bought one little doll from her and showed it to all her friends. And they all wanted her toys. And they all bought them. And the price for the toys was only 3 bits anyway. But the more bits she got, the more she gave. And then that impressed the business mayors of it, especially one Fancy Pants. And then Fancy Pants now decided to do a funding to create a shop for her so that she can give toys to children and make them for them. And which she did. Freya! So she started her own little shop. It was called White Rose, the Whitemore Collection Shop, where you can buy homemade hats, homemade dolls, homemade quilts, homemade everything, even dog toys and cat toys, because she could create everything with a needle and thread. That's how she ended up being friends with Rarity, though. Rarity and her were very interested in the fashion. You see, White Rose would go to Rarity's place for fashion advice, so that she could make beautiful dresses for beautiful dolls. And, well, in my little story, she actually helped Rarity and Fancy Pants fall in love. They went on a double date and ended up falling in love thanks to Bianca and Ken. I mean, White Rose. Sorry about this. I was going to do this video today, but now I remembered I had to take care of this kitten. Anyway, so now she works, she makes the shop in Ponyville because, well, what better than Ponyville than Canterlot? Besides, she always delivers the toys too. So that is my backstory on White Rose, Ken, Sally Locke, and Raven Carrie G. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Sorry for the little interruptions. It's just that taking care of a kitten is not easy. Little Freya's a little playful. Freya! Here, I'll show you her in a minute. Let me just get her out. Come here, sweetie. Here, this is her. Isn't she cute? Up. Freya! She made it! She's into the bed. Bravo, little Freya. Alright, folks, that's all I have to say. Adios from White Rose and Freya.